Okay, this is how God wants his chosen people to dress like. Yes, this is how he wants us to dress like. The Bible says, I don't like putting people government out there or people names out there. The Bible says this, um, to dress in glorious warlike apparel. That's what the Bible says. To dress in glorious warlike apparel. The Bible also says that we should wear a border of blue and wear fringes on our garments um, for our holy garments. Okay. So yeah, the Bible does say to dress masculine if you're a man. All right. Glorious warlike apparel. It also says that that a man shall not wear a woman's garment, and a woman shall not wear a man's garment. You get we get where I'm going. It's what God said. All right. So yeah, it does say to dress like this with studs and the fringes and the spikes, man. You know the warlike apparel or warlike clothing. That's where you get the spikes and the things like that. But it does say for us to wear studs. It says that we wore studs. The Lord told us to rock fringes. I got fringes on my pants. All right. And on our garments. So that's what it says. Glorious warlike apparel. Now, Quatazar, you got the one where to go back to the brother's question, to the brother's comment about the us not wanting to listen to Moses. I'm sorry, we got put off a topic. All right, what's going on out there, TikTok? We appreciate y'all views. So now what we're about to go to is the reason why it's so hard for people to accept what we're teaching as Israelites or even give us any consideration for what we're saying about the Bible is because of how hard our life has been. That's the whole point. How hard our life has been is really what's stopping us from wanting to even hear this, of how much we got to go through every day. You got the bills, got the kids, you got the job, or what we call in the truth, or in the Israelite school, UPK, we call it a slavery. So you got the slavery, the 9 to 5, you got the kids, the car, the bills. Sometimes the wife or the husband might be too much. We do too much. That's us. So sometimes the sisters do too much. Sometimes the brothers do too much. But that's the point. Okay. Quatazar, let me know when you got the scripture, the anguish of spirit.
God. This is the book of Exodus chapter 6, verse 8. And I will bring you in, and I will bring you in unto the land concerning.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the book of Exodus chapter 6, verse 9.
So we're in the book of Exodus chapter 6 and verse 9. This is why it's so hard for our people to accept our actual culture, even though it's ours. I mean, we live in a life trying to impress these other people, right? But this is ours. This is our culture, given to us from the Lord. Go ahead.
And Moses spake so unto the children of Israel, but they hearkened not unto Moses for anguish of spirit.
The brother said, I'm glad I'm Christian so I can wear regular clothes. Good Lord. Good Lord. But he said he just got the number 2 badge or whatever, right? I'm guessing that's a good thing. I ain't really, hip on TikTok. But damn, listen, it's never good to be a Christian, ever. You don't want to do that. And there's tons of stuff. But let me get back to the scripture. This is why it's so hard for people to accept our message. Go ahead.
And Moses spake so unto the children of Israel.
Moses spoke to blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, the children of Israel.
But they hearkened not unto Moses for anguish of spirit.
We didn't listen to Moses because of anguish of spirit. Got the Merriam-Webster's Pocket Dictionary, y'all. Merriam-Webster's Pocket Dictionary. Hold on, I think I got hold on, TikTok. I'll be forgetting to do this. to mirror the video or to take that off. Merriam-Webster's Pocket Dictionary, okay? Let's look up the word anguish. Let's look up anguish. Now I'm doing this just because it's a tradition in the school, but it's definitely what I just explained to you, that we've been going through so much in life, and that's what the anguish is. You beat down. You know what I mean? Your spirit is beat down. The anguish of spirit. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Boom. Matter of fact, Quatazat, can you do it? I don't want to take away for the class. All right. Huh? Yeah. I got the what you call it right here, the Merriam-Webster's, or if you can pull it up on your phone, either way, either one is fine. Because you can get the Merriam-Webster's dictionary online anyway. We just big on books and ISUPK, because back then when the school started in the 60s, they didn't have the internet. So just one of our traditions that we always grab the book and go into the book. But you can look up English real quick for them. But it's because we couldn't listen to Moses because of our hard life that we live from being beat down so much in life and having so much to deal with. It's hard. It was hard for us to listen to Moses, but we're gonna get the definition as a tradition. Go ahead.
Anguish, as in distress, a state of suffering of body or mind. So, like I said, that's the point. That's why it's hard for people to accept that we are Israelites. Right. You got rappers that say it. You know what I mean? You got Kendrick Lamar. You got Kodak Black. They said it. You had, what's the basketball player that they damn near canceled? Amari Stoudemire. He brought out a book.
No, you're talking about Kyle Irving.
Oh yeah, right. Kyle Irving, right? Oh yeah, good night. Yeah, that's the one. He all simple. Amari Stoudemire, but the other brother, you said Irvin. Yeah, when he brought out a movie about it, they damn near canceled his whole career. TikTok. Right. All right. Yeah, the Most High Spirit is beyond words. Absolutely. I hope you meant that in a positive way, right? Or in the right spirit, as we say in the school. One West in Manhattan, right? Yeah, that's absolutely true. So we on 3rd Ave and 124th Street. If you in New York, we're on 3rd Ave and 124th Street in New York. And Philly, we're on 41 Garrett Road, Upper Darby. All right, if you in Philly, okay. Boom. It says hell is just a reality away from my God. Not sure what you're trying to say, Mansion. I'm not sure if I've mispronounced that. Let me know. All right. It says boom. All right, okay. Trying to get your questions in on TikTok while we in the class. I appreciate everybody who got a badge, right? It says poor people funny as hell. How you know if we poor? Officer Bond, you can't get his job. Officer Bond, he works for the company that builds microchips that goes on the spaceships. Right. The hell are you talking about? You got doctors and lawyers. Black lawyers, black doctors. The hell are you talking about? Oh, y'all smoking weed is for poor people. That's the problem. You're a damn dummy. Smoking weed is for the dumb. I said poor people. I meant to say dummy. He said poor. Smoking weed is for a dumb. Tell me how many blunts you roll. It said, and yet y'all have the stupidest beliefs. Tell me how many blunts you roll, Howard. Let me know. You sound like one of them weed smoking dummies, man. Go ahead, bro. Quatazat. You want to bring something up?
Yeah, kind of about the English spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The main reason why we got an English spirit because we is in heaven.
And that's true. Hell is definitely a reality from the Most High. You know what I mean? And I believe that's what the sister was trying to say. All right. So now, that's why it's so hard for us to accept our culture as Israelites. Now, TikTok, y'all don't know we in a language class today. Today is the Hebrew class where we teach our language. Okay, we teach our language. Today we're going into 2 Timothy 2:11. All right, 2 Timothy 2:11. But what we're going to be doing is the process of actually translating these words. So those of us out here online, okay, those of us out here online, what y'all see us do is every week y'all come into the class, we already have the words translated. Sometimes we go and look them up, or, because how else are you going to teach them how to do it? But mostly we already have it prepared and you just seeing what the word means, but you may not understand how to do that same process. And that's what today's class is on, is how to do it. Now, also, what we're doing is we're in the New Testament in Hebrew. All right, this is a Hebrew New Testament. Of course, I put this on here myself. Y'all don't say we made this up or we printed this out. We didn't do that. But it's a New Testament in Hebrew. What we're doing here in Philly is we're going in chronological order of the Bible, and we're translating one verse out of each book of the Bible. Meaning not out of each chapter, but out of each book. You got the book of Exodus, book of Genesis, book of Nehemiah, Hosea, you get what I'm trying to say. Revelations. So right now we're in the book of 2 Timothy, and we're translating we're going to translate the second. We're in 2 Timothy, the 2nd chapter, and the 12th verse. So you're translating the 12th verse out of the 2nd book of Timothy in the 2nd chapter. Okay? And that's what we're about to get into right now. They gave us all types of restrictions out there on TikTok, yo. I'm just letting y'all know. About 1,000, you start cutting people, them restrictions start popping up. All right, so look, let's get into the class. All right. So here's what I want to start with, okay? First, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Let's do this. Let's share this tab. So everybody out there online, I'm gonna turn the camera to the actual TV. Okay. Everybody out there online, we at Google. Starting at Google. That should be real simple. Starting at google.com, right? Now what we're gonna do is, hold on. I keep plugging this microphone for TikTok. I'm gonna turn one on. I just need you to plug in the bottom part into here. No, into the phone. In fact, I can actually do it. I ain't even think about it. I'm tripping, because I could do it right here, man. All right, y'all. So we starting at Google. Now, what's so important about this is we're gonna type in twoletterlookup.com. All right. 2-letter look up. I don't know why I spaced it out, because we going to the website. My apologies, y'all. So 2letterlookup.com. Now, this is what pops up. It's 2letterlookup.com. So what we're going to do here is we're going to be using this specific page to translate or type in words to be translated. For example, it says word starts with. You see this over here at the top. Let me, is it a way I can zoom in? Let me zoom in. All right, here we go. This is perfect. So on twoletterlookup.com, it says, hold on, I'm trying to do this. It says word starts with. Okay. Now you see over here. Hold on, man. I'm trying to get this thing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Can I just scroll down on the whole page? No, it won't let me do it. All right, twoletterlookup.com a little bit different, y'all. Well, okay. Since I got it highlighted, here's what I'm gonna do. It says word starts with. Now down here, if I move myself out the way for y'all, for you, hold on, boom. You can see the Hebrew letters down here at the bottom. Maybe hard for TikTok to see these Hebrew letters at the bottom, but they allow you to type in the Hebrew letters, the first two Hebrew letters. Now, me, I push the budget sometimes. I type in 4 letters, all right? I try to type in the whole word sometimes, but it might not come up. But I usually can get in about 4 letters and search up a word. So if I wanted to say Abba, right, look for father, or like, because you may know what the Hebrew word is. You might see the Hebrew word. You might type in Abba. It pops up. It has, it has a few settings on here, but you can see Abba Father, Ab, a green plant, Ab, a green plant. I'm pronouncing this Ab, but of course, from experience, they are mispronouncing the English translation right here. Right? I'm sorry. So they mispronouncing the Hebrew translation over here. So don't worry about that. But you see how it says up here at the top, it says include Aramaic words. It also says include proper names. Then here it says show all details. You want to have that clicked on too. And you can see it says the Strong's number, Shalom, Lord in Christ. It has the Strong's, says number 1, masculine noun. So this is the Strong's number number 1. To masculine noun is a primitive root. Then it tells you the meaning. Father of an individual, father or as in of God, as a father of his people, head or founder of a household, a group or a family or a clan, an ancestor, a grandfather, forefathers of a person, of people. And then, you can scroll down in this, all the words, right? Now, if I take off show all details, I can just kindly scroll down to all the different words that begin with the characters A and the character Ba. So you got Abada, you got Abadwan, you got Abadan, you got Abadan. It's the same word, but it's just giving you the different meanings, right? You got Abba. All right, you got all the different words. Y'all see it, okay? They all start with the first 2 characters as A and Ba. Okay. So y'all can see it on here. Now that's where it says word starts with. If you already have the Hebrew word, you can just go. You can I'm gonna zoom out now. So you can just go here. Word starts with. You can just go here, down here, and type in the Hebrew words. The Hebrew letters. Now, for the rest of us that may not know the Hebrew word, you might be looking for father. Say, damn, how I say father in Hebrew? Type in father, because this is what the word is supposed to mean, father. And you hit enter. Same thing pops up. Go ahead.
2-letter lookups. Okay.
Yeah, twoletterlookup.com. It's a good one, man. But the thing is, with twoletterlookup.com, there's so many words. I use it. I sort of use it after the Blue Letter Bible, which we're gonna go into now. Like if I'm like the Blue Letter Bible, give me the specific word. If I'm trying to find the meaning, I'll just like father. And I want to use and I want to go through all the different words to see which one matches. That's what I use it for. But anybody can use it how you please, right? But because with the Blue Letter, if you got it, you can just boom, 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 type it in on the blue letter. But for those of us who don't have the blue letter Bible, this right here is what they say, the holy grail of all the Hebrew words. You just type this in, Father, or whatever the word means. There's something for a hat. Let's see if they got hat in Hebrew. They got, now see, all right, so this is a good example. Hold on. I did not mean to click this. Boom, here we go. I don't want to show all the details. Let me take that off. Hold on, boom. So I just want to find the word hat, see if they got hat in Hebrew. All right. And as you can see, I'm scrolling through. I don't see anything that says hat. You got that, this, you got a bunch of stuff, but we don't see hat. Which is one of the reasons why I said I usually use Blue Letter Bible first, because it'll usually be right there. So now it's like I can't find hat. What did they use? What's another word for hat? Let me see. What can we use? Let's see if they have a hood. A hood to cover falsehood, boyhood, bridehood. Well, considering this is old Quaker English, might not have been the same thing. So you have to, this is a good, great chance to do this as an example. So in cases like this, I will go back to Google. I will keep my tab open though. I'll keep my tab open for twoletterlookup.com. I will keep it open. I will open up a new tab, go to Google. I will type in another word for hat. And you give you all the head covering, cap, beanie, bowler, bonnet, biblical. Let's go back to bonnet. Let's see if we have a bonnet, right? Now, a bonnet is a type of a hat, but a bonnet in the Hebrew sort of like what sisters wear today, but back in this time, I believe brothers had the way we got bonnets today, like you got one that a man can wear, and you got one specific to a woman. So let's see if we can find bonnet in Hebrew. All right. So it may have a slight different, might be different in Hebrew. So this is a cap. All right. You got ma. Hold on, let me zoom in on this for y'all. Give me a second. I just want y'all to be able to see it clearly. So you got migba, right? Or migba'a. This is not the correct translation, right? But remember, there's this is coming from Esau. This right here. I don't know if I can highlight it, but that's coming from Esau. But this is ma gaba'ai. Ma gaba'ai. All right, ma gaba'ai. That's the Hebrew word for bonnet or cap. Well, we're about to find out what this word actually means. So I click show all details, and now we're able to scroll and see. So magaba'ai, this is a feminine noun. It says from the same as gaba'ai, okay, which is a turban or headgear. Translations, a bonnet. Okay, the Strong's Concordance number 4021. And you can take this Strong's Concordance number, you can type it into Bible Hub or Blue Letter Bible, and you can go and you can see the you can see how it was used in the actual Hebrew, which we're about to do now. So now let's go back here. Let's go back to Google. So erase this and let's put in Blue Letter Bible. Blue Letter Bible. and it actually pops up right here. Here it goes. So Bible letter, Blue Letter Bible, Bible search and study tools. There we have it right there. Oh damn, I don't know what I did. Yo, I'm sorry. Sorry, my apologies. I clicked the wrong thing. Here we go. Blue Letter Bible. So now we're going to type in the concordance number. So if the concordance, or if the word that you're looking for is Hebrew, you would type in hashtag H and then whatever the concordance number is. If the word that you're looking for is in Greek, you'll type in hashtag G and whatever the concordance number is. Okay. This is how we search up the Hebrew words or the Greek words, right? So in this case, we're doing a Hebrew word. So hashtag H, and I believe what was the Hebrew word? What was the concordance number? Concordance number was 4021. So let's go back. So it's H, hashtag H 4021. Okay, now I'm gonna zoom out here. I don't have to have it zoomed in so much. All right, here we go. It might be good to keep it a little bit zoomed in. So Magaba'ai. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. I forgot these websites. Sometimes they be acting a little funny. Magaba'ai, right? Now Esau, you see this. He's destroying the whole pronunciation. He can't get it right at all. He got Migba'al, right? Migba'al. This is crazy. Now look, when you press, I only do this for joking purposes. I don't ever go and try to find out Esau's pronunciation because we know it's wrong. But just as a joke, this is what I like to do to show people as an example why we don't use this.
Strong's H 4021. Migba'ah. Migba'ah.
I can't get down with that. We know that that's not how you pronounce that word. It's Magaba'ai, right? Ma-ga-ba, and then the character I and the character ha is connected. So Magaba'ai. Magaba'ai, right? How do you know? It comes from this root word right here, Ga-ba'ai. Ga-ba'ai, right here, Ga-ba-ai. And Hebrew has a flow to it, right? And to further my point, Hebrew has a flow to it. If you come down here and you see this right here, it says from the same as. Because remember, we're looking up the etymology now. Here we go. God, this is the same. This is the beginning root. Ga, ba, I. Goodbye. Ga, bye. So now to bring it back to what I was about to say. Hebrew has a flow to it. Most root words, or the original word that it came from, is 3 letters. The first character being singular, the second 2 characters being connected. So instead of it being ga ba I, it's ga bye, because these 2 would be connected. That's the basic. It's not always like that in Hebrews. Just the same as, or I would say secondary, as the first character being single and the second being connected, you have somewhere all 3 characters are not connected. Like none of these would be connected. It would be ga, ba, I, and certain root words. It would be ga, ba, I instead of goodbye. Then you have some root words where the first one is which one did we just We did the first one singular, and then the second two connected. Then you have some where the first two are connected, and then the last one is singular, just like the word anya, which means I or I am. It would be it would be an, and then the last one, ya, right? Now, of course, this ain't the word anya. I'm just giving it to you as an example. It's like you say anya, right? Or how we say ayun the bar, which means don't speak or don't mention it or no words. You got and then the character ya and the character na connected. Yun. Same thing as that, right? But like I said, for example, you got anya, which means I or I am. It's the character na, and then the character ya. It would be the character the character na, the character ya. But the first two are connected, so it's on. The character and the character na would have been connected, and then lastly, ya would not be connected. So you get what I'm trying to say. Now let's go back. It's the same thing with 4-letter root words. You do have 4-letter root words, and you do have 5-letter root words. Most 4-letter root words, the first two are not connected, but the last two are connected. So it would be ga-ba-I. Ga-ba-I. The character I and the character ha is connected, right? But if you notice, it comes from the root word where this was singular and these two were connected. But the character ha was added at the end, so now the I and the ha are connected. Ga-ba-I. Ga-ba-I. Okay? And that's the flow of Hebrew. If it was a 5-letter root word, those 5-letter root words, the first 3 characters are not connected, and just the last 2 are connected, like la, ha, and then you have yum for the last 2 characters. Allah, ha, and then yum. Okay? And that's an actual root, a root word. That's an original word. All right, so let's get back into it. I just wanted to give you all that little side note, a good example, just so y'all can see. So now we went to 2letterlookup.com, and we looked up the word hat. We couldn't find the word hat. Let me make sure y'all can see me. All right, perfect. And if y'all got any questions out there, TikTok, I'm gonna try to get y'all questions in a second. I just want to continue on with the class, okay? But y'all stay tuned, all right? So now we tried to find the word hat. We couldn't find the word hat. So we went to Google and we said another word for hat. It gave us cap, it gave us bonnet. It said magaba-I is a cap or a turban or headgear like a headpiece, or a bonnet, which is a type of headpiece, a type of hat. So we typed in the concordance number 4021 into the Blue Letter Bible. It gave us magaba-I. Magaba-I. Now let's see what it was used as. Okay. It's used as, it says, outline of biblical usage. Turban headgear. Okay, that's cool. It said magaba-I from the same as H13 and 89, a cap. Okay, as a hemispherical bonnet. We can actually go and look up H1389 in a second. All right, but we're gonna keep going to see the usage. So now we got so this was the only usage of it right here. This was the only usage of it right here. It was turban or headgear. That was the only usage of it. But what I love to do with the Blue Letter Bible is go into the lexicon, the Hebrew Chaldee lexicon. All right. So now it should let us click. Oh, okay. This is the only thing that's there. That's why we can't click on it. It says magaba-I. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Zoom in just a tad bit. Let's see what I can do with this. All right, so I'm gonna take me out the way so y'all can see. Here we go. It says Magabai. It says feminine, the mitri of the common priest. It said, oh, Salaki, I skipped this part right here. Magabai from the root. Nah Baai. I mean from the root. I believe this is Gabai, but it's just how they wrote it. Because we looked up the root. The root was Gabai. Right? From the root, Gabai. It says feminine, the mitri of the common priest, so called from its round form. The form of an actual mitri, how we rock that mitri is like a boat, is a round, oval shape. It says different from Mataza Napath. Mataza, I don't know if this is a na or a ga, but look like it's trying to be like it's supposed to be ga, gapash, Mataza gapash, because this is saying, okay, now this might be na. Mataza Napash, all right, Mataza Napash, the mitri of the high priest. It says this is different from the mitri of the high priest, Mataza Napath, right? Mataza Napath, which is the mitri of the high priest, and it and that's what it has right there. It also gives us, I believe, some scriptures like Exodus 28 and 40, 29 and 9, 39 and 28. Now, this is why I like to use the Blue Letter Bible, because it has a lexicon. If we were to scroll down, it would give us all these scriptures that this concordance number, this H4021, was used, where it was used. It says, and for Aaron's sons, thou shalt make coats, and thou shalt make them for girdles and bonnets. Okay, H4201. Shalt thou make for them, for the glory and for beauty. Now, remember, this scripture is going into the priestly garments. All right, Exodus 29 and 9, and thou shalt gird them with girdles, Aaron and his sons, and put the bonnets on them, and the priest office shall be theirs for a perpetual statute, and thou shalt consecrate Aaron and his sons. Exodus 29 and 9. And so on and so forth. Y'all get it. It's only two more. I'll go through. I'll read these two as well. Exodus 39 and 28. A mitri of fine linen and goodly bonnets. If y'all not paying attention, this is why it says different from mitri of the high priest. A mitri and a bonnet are two separate things, right? Which is what it explained. It explained it right here. It said different from Mataza Napath, the mitri of the high priest. Okay. But Salaki, let me give you a little bit more context. Let me read the first part again, just so y'all can understand. The mitri of common priests, so-called from its round form, right? The regular mitri. Then you had the mitri of the high priest, which was Mataza Napath, the mitri of the high priest. Okay. But a mitri is something. All right. Now, I gotta scroll back up, y'all, and I gotta explain a little bit more. I'm sorry. I'm trying to go back down into it, but I'm gonna have to explain. A mitri is a mitri. You don't have to be a priest to rock a mitri. You could be an Israelite. It's what we wear. War is part of our warlike apparel. But the priest, the common priest, rocked the mitris. But you don't have to be like a cat can wear a mitri. Ain't like he's sinning. A regular average cat out in the street, he can rock a mitri. Ain't like we ain't. You ain't never heard us say anybody that's not a priest can't wear a mitri. You got young men that come into the school. They might want to buy a mitri. We let them buy it. They ain't priests, but they can wear a mitri. So mitri is a mitri. But then you have the mitri of the common priest, and then you got the mitri of the high priest. Hope I explained that clearly. So Exodus 29 and 28, a mitre of fine linen and of goodly bonnets, H4021, our concordance number, of fine linen and of linen breeches, of fine twine linen. And the last one is Leviticus 18:3, 8:13. And Moses brought Aaron's sons and put coats upon them, and girded them with girdles, and put bonnets upon them, as the Lord commanded Moses. All right. So a hat is a bonnet, pretty much. That's another way to say hat is a turban or his headgear. Okay. Once again, and that so now that was just one example that we looked up for the class. So now you understand how to use it, right? We went through the Blue Letter Bible. We also went through twoletterlookup.com. Now we got I meant to take a picture of this, y'all. I'm so sorry. I forgot to take a picture of it. I got to take a picture of the scripture. We gonna be translating, y'all. All right, here we go. Where we at with it? Hold on, we had 2 Timothy 2:11. Let's get it. Boom, boom. Here it is, right here. All right, boom, 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 boom. Hold on. It's the 3rd chapter. Here we go, the 2nd chapter. All right. Oh, hold on, what I do? I done skipped it. Here we go, right here. So this is the, what you call it? Oh wait, I'm in 2 Timothy. I meant to go to the I said 2 Timothy. I meant to be in 1 Timothy. My bad, y'all. My apologies. It's 1 Timothy. I hope I didn't tell you to put 2 Timothy up there, Quatazar. It's 1 Timothy that we in. We check the title. Yeah, 1 Timothy. All right, it is in the title. Good. That was just me tripping just now. All right. So with that being said, 1 Timothy 2:11. Now let me get a picture of it. I'm gonna send it to the class. We're gonna get it in. We're gonna translate this verse. I usually will highlight it. I just ain't got the highlighter up here, y'all. Matter of fact, Quatazar, can you hand me a highlighter from back there? We're gonna do it the right way. I'm gonna highlight it and we're gonna get it in. Let me check TikTok for any questions, y'all. TikTok, they completely try to they start putting restrictions on us. We start answering questions, man. They put 1,000 restrictions on us on TikTok. Gotta be for this audience. I ain't said a curse word.
Right.
I don't understand it. I think TikTok just be in its feelings sometimes about the fact that, you know, it ain't that we coming against the booty shaking they like to do on TikTok, man. All right. Oh, here we go. Well, I say 2 and 12. TikTok. I said TikTok. We in 2 Timothy, 1 Timothy 2 and 12, man. Quatazar, you just let me just destroy the whole thing. I'm saying 1 Timothy, I'm saying 2 Timothy, saying verse 11. We in 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 12. That's what we're translating. All right. Let me start with this right here. Let me just highlight this. I meant to highlight this earlier, man. So y'all forgive me on this one. All right. Now I'm gonna send it to the class. Type in y'all questions. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to type it in. We're gonna translate some Hebrew, man. Okay. All right, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Let's send this. Let me send this to the class right now. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Hold on, y'all. Just bear with me 1 second. It's gonna be up right now. Give me a second. Hold on. Any questions in the class or in the room? All right, typing your questions online. Boom, I just sent it. So now let's go ahead and get it in. All right. And big shout out to everybody that tunes into these classes, man. We you know the class has got to be it gotta go at a slower pace than the regular scripture breakdown. And why? And you know why that is, because we gotta look up words and do a whole bunch, right? So now let me go to the email. Give me a second. Go into this email. We're gonna pull this up right now. Wham, share this tab instead. Boom, we in the game. All right, I'm gonna zoom in. Let me go over to the Hebrew. I'm gonna zoom in on this as well. All right. Here we go. Boom. Now we in the game. So this is what we're translating today. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 11. I'll read it in the Hebrew. So if you see at the top, so just so y'all know, this right here is the 10th verse, all the way to these two dots. If I could just zoom in a little tad bit more on these dots, all the way right here to these two dots is the 10th verse. This is the 10th verse. This starts verse 11. These two dots right here, this ends the 10th verse, and now verse 11 has begun. All right, same thing here. So you see it says, hold on, I didn't mean to zoom out that much. Oh, damn, okay, yeah, that was right. So you see it says verse 11. So you got verse 10 here, starts after these two dots. Kaya, something, whatever, right? I ain't about to read the 10th verse because it's pointless, because we're going to translate verse 11. So you see it comes all the way down here, and you see it says verse 11, but then you see the same two dots. This is where verse 11 starts. Because why? Verse 12 starts right here. Verse 12 starts right here. And here, oh, Salaki, my bad, y'all. My bad. I highlighted the wrong one. Moving too fast. Let me show y'all just to have further proof that these two dots ends the verse. The 10th verse ended right here with these dots over here. This is why. So right here, so this is actually the 11th verse right here. This is the 12th verse. And how do we know? Because where it said verse 10 started up here after these dots. Oh yeah, all right, I gotta do it. Gotta do it that way. Verse 10 started after these dots. Kaya something, ba ma'aishayim, right? And it goes all the way down, but then it stops here at these dots right here. So it stopped at these dots right here. That's where the 10th verse stopped at. I gotta highlight it and resend the verse. All right. Now, the 11th verse, if you see over here, it has 11 and 12 together. When you see that, that's how you know it was pretty much in the same exact, because you got 11 and 12 together, like you see them together, because the 11th verse didn't start right here. It started right here, and the 12th verse started right here. Okay, so 12 started on that line, and then you got the rest of 12 right here. So what I got highlighted is verse 12, and this is verse 11 up here. Now I did a lot of zooming out. Let me just say it again. So verse 11 is this right here, and then verse 12 is this right here. So just like it has verse 10, and then it starts after these dots, because it wasn't clear where verse 11 started, because it stopped right here. It starts right here. And verse 12 starts right here. Verse 10 doesn't start, it doesn't start on the same line as verse 9. So verse 9 is up here after these dots. This is where verse 9 starts. Verse 10 starts down here. But these two verses, 11 and 12, both start on the same exact line. Verse 11 starts here and verse 12 starts here. Not like this is verse 9, but only verse 10 starts here. Verse 11 starts here, and verse 12 both start here. So now I had to re-highlight it, Quatazai. Goddamn. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna try to make this highlighted a lot more than, you know, I'm trying to do something to where as though you know that this is verse 11 and not the other verse. All right, bear with me, y'all. And TikTok, y'all type in y'all questions as well, man. Ask us what you want to ask us while you got the chance to. There's a time coming, man, where people ain't gonna always be able to have the ISUPK around to help them, man. There's a time coming where, you know, we getting prepared, and we gonna be prepared, and a lot of other people may not be prepared, and that's just a fact. And that's just a fact, man. We've been getting ready for these times. We know that that Christ is returning. We know that hard times is gonna come. You know, hard times is already here. People always talk about Jacob's trouble. We in Jacob's trouble, man. We've been in Jacob's trouble, bro. That's why we still got the anguish of spirit. All right. Let me copy this. I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna keep that one there. Paste this in here, and we're gonna pull it back up. Wham. Should be here in a second. Where I send it to? It's taking a little bit long to oh damn, I didn't send it. Good night. Look at me moving fast. I ain't sent nothing. Which y'all got any questions online, type them in. So let's go and read. I was about to read the verse, and it was the wrong verse. Glad I caught that. All right. Salakia, Quatazar. Tripping Quatazar. Tripping Quatazar. I'm losing it, y'all. The shades is making it. These shades came from Quatazar. Quatazar got some type of something in these shades. That is the right verse. You know why it's the right verse? Because we're translating verse 12 and not verse 11. Good God. I done did all that. All right. All right, y'all. We in the right verse. We in the right verse, man. Y'all help a brother out. Got me losing it up here. All right, so let's translate. Let's read verse 12 in Hebrew. Okay, I'm gonna spin this back around to the screen for everybody out there online. Y'all can follow along with us on TikTok. Okay, so my apologies again, y'all. We're about to read verse 12. 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 12. I've been jamming this up. Remember how Lil Webby, he jammed up them names on the breakfast show? He said Angela Yee. He said Charlotte Mac McGee. He said, boy, I got some names in this month. I didn't jam this whole thing up. All right. So now let's get into it, y'all. He said Charlotte Mac McGee. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and let's translate. And let's read the verse in Hebrew. So this is 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 12. All right. So you got wa'ayan naya. Nathan la asha la salaki la asha la lamad wala'a la ha sha wa la ha sha tharar, right? Laha sha tharar. I'll ha'ayash kaya ha kharash. It's like I said ha kharash. It's ha kharash. Tha kharayash. Tha kharayash. Okay. And I'm gonna do it again just with it zoomed in a little bit so y'all can see. Wa ayan naya Nathan la asha La lamad, wala'ah, laha shatharar, ayo, ha'ayash, kaya, hacharash, thacharyash, right? Thacharyash or thacharyash. So now with that being said, let's read the verse in English. Hold on. This ain't gonna stop messing up on me. Let's read the verse in English. Let's get it. I got 1 Timothy 2 and 1 Timothy 2 and 12. Hold on, y'all. 1 Timothy 2 and 12 in the English. You know I got it up here, right? I was about to add it up here too. You need it.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor usurp authority over a man, but to be in silence.
But to be in what?
Silence.
But to be in silence. Sisters, y'all, it's a rough one. You know what this means, right? Somebody said ISUPK is working with enemies. Sakari, the real Israelites. Sakari came out of a group that came out of ISUPK. You damn dummy. Talking about ISUPK is working with the enemies. What enemies we working with? The white man? That can be the only one you're talking about. Who we working with? The Arabs? We ain't gonna entertain these dummies, man. The last time I checked, Sakari was in the strip club talking about they was teaching strippers about God. Yeah, right. There's so many regular women that you know in your life that you could teach. You went into the strip club, popped bottles, and said you was teaching the sluts about God. They're not listening to you. Go ahead.
And if I could too.
And guess what? You ain't there to teach.
Right.
You there to learn.
Right.
With the rump shake. But with the, go ahead, Quantazai. We know what they was doing with that.
I guarantee this is IUIC.
They said Sakari. He said Sakari, the real Israelites. Hey, now knowing IUIC, they like to pin different people against each other anyway.
If I'm not mistaken, so we just on a debate with the really like the other day with it was this on there with him. So I don't know.
And these break-off groups love to try to teach people to come to their break-off. What a dummy. Anyway, let's get back into the class, man. It might be a woman. It might be a woman. All right, so now y'all, now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take these words that we have in Hebrew. We're going to look them up and we're going to translate them that way. Now it's 8:25. 8:25. We're gonna go look them up, put them together. I believe we got enough time. The verse is not that extensive. Like, it's not that long-winded. Let me see. Let's go back. Here we go. So we got a few words. We got enough time to do this. So the first word, I'm gonna zoom in now since we ain't, trying to read the whole entire verse. I'm gonna zoom in. This was the first word. Wa ayun naya. Wa ayun naya. So once again, how can we do this? We can go, let's do twoletterlookup.com. And the reason we're going to start here is because we wouldn't know if we was new to this. You're probably not going to know what the root word is or how to find. Let me pull this back up for you. I want to just go back to this. You're probably not going to know how to find the root word. Like in Hebrew, you might think, as a new person, you might think all of this is the word. And all of this is not the word. We have connectors in Hebrew. We have the character wa, which is a connector. And then you have naya at the end, which is a connector. These are characters that have word meanings. and they attach themselves onto, or you attach them onto a root word to form when speaking this, or to change the word, to change the meaning of the word, right? Now, the character wa is an add-on. When you speaking it, it means it's used as and. It's also used as but and, nevertheless, and all that old Quaker English stuff, right? Well, theretofore and moreover, all that is the character wa. All that is the character wa. This is another way to say and. In Israelite culture, we say and a lot. We say, and this happened, and that happened, and we went here, and then we went there, and then this happened, and then Toya did this, and then that happened, and this happened. So that's how we speak. The old Quaker English, you got now, therefore, we went here, and moreover, Toya did this. So that's how old Quaker English is. But that's the character wa. Character naya is an ending connector. But of course, for the exercise, we're going to start as someone that doesn't know any of this, of anything that I just spoke about. So let's go back to, I clicked the wrong one, I'm sorry. twoletterlookup.com. And we'll type in, let's try to type in the whole entire thing, right? Because that's what you're going to try to do. You're going to come here. I'm just saying, I've done this before as a beginner. You're going to come here, you're going to type in 2 letters, okay, wa, ah. And you're not going to get anything. Like, you're going to be looking and searching and wondering why none of this is coming back. You're like, okay, none of this is right. I don't see, is it coming from hawa-ah? Because I know characters can drop off hawa-ah, but then you got a whole bunch more. So now it's like, okay, you got a whole bunch more to that same word. So you got wa-ah, ayan, naya. So let's try wa-aya, because this is what a beginner is going to do. So we're going to come back here. We're going to try to type in wa-a-ya. Nothing found. And that's because it's not a word. Now let's see if we can type in 4 letters. This is where I said I like to try to type in as much as I can. Let's see if we can do, hold on, wait a minute. Wa, a, ya, and then the character na. I didn't get a chance to put it in fast enough. Wa, a, ya, na. So we're not getting anything, okay? So now what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to see what you think the word means. What was the English? Because we might as well do a real life scenario. You're not gonna keep on trying. You done typed in everything you thought. Matter of fact, let's see. Let's try to type in the whole entire thing. See what pops up. Wa, a, ya, na, ya. Nothing popped up. So, you know what we'll do? To hell with it. Let's see what the word means in English. Let's just try to type in the English. Let's see what it was trying to say. Maybe we can get, let's try to type in but. But, see if we can type that in a 2-letter lookup. This word is used as but. The word, the root word for the word but is an actual word, like but. That word is a ball. Yet truly, wisely, but however, howbeit. Contrary-wise, nay, rather, but indeed, nevertheless, like I told you, nevertheless, verily. But this is a ball. Now you might get hyped and say, all right, well, I got something that's coming back because the but came back. But of course, you're not going to find anything. And then you're going to be figuring out, wondering why You didn't find nothing at all. Now, if y'all watched any of the ISUPK classes, you may know a little bit of something about the connectors. You might have heard of Hebrew connectors. You might, say, all right, is maybe this character right here at the beginning is a connector. So then you're going to type in ayah. Let's try that. Okay, let's try ayah. Let's see if we can get something from here. Because you just typed in but you got nothing. By this point, you're probably frustrated and don't want to, even look up any more Hebrew. But if you got a little bit of some patience, you might say, you know what, I'm going to keep on trying. We got a little bit of zeal and you're like, I'm going to just keep going. I'm going to see if I can find it. Let's try to type in ayah. And now you see ayah. Okay, that's coming up. Let's scroll down, see what else pops up. Ayah. Okay. Boom, boom. All right. Boom, boom. Let me see. You got ayal. You got a lot right here. Now, the reason why it's looking like I'm doing so much scrolling is because I got it zoomed in. But remember, you can go up here, and I got the show all details on. If I take off show all details, I can just scroll down and look and see if it has what we had over here, which was ayun. Or you might say, all right, I don't feel like doing all that. Let me just see if I can type in ayun. But before you get there, you're probably going to scroll down because you're going to find it is right here. Ayun. Where is it not? So you see ayun right here. So you'll click on it. Not, nothing, not. I said not. Not, and then you have not. So nothing, not, nothing, not, negative, not to have. Oh, it's Salakia. I'm reading this. It ain't zoomed in for y'all at all. All right. Nothing, not, negative, not, to have not, possession of. So this is ayun. It's used as not. Ayun dabar, don't speak. No words, not. Okay, then you got ayun as in where. Where, whence. Okay. You have a different ayun. Is it not? Is there not? Have you not? As in asking the question. So we know that ayun, it can mean not or nothing or not or without or for lack of, right? Which is what it says right here, for lack of, without. So let's go back. Let's go back to the English. Now, so in the English, it says, but I suffer not a woman to teach, right? So we know that not is in this verse. So you might not feel as bad like you didn't get anything because at least you got a word that's actually in there. You found your first word, it says not. So you got ayun. Ayun is the word not. I'm going to write this down because we're going to put it in order, right? So we got ayun. Ayun is not. Okay. And because this is what you're going to do. You would normally write it down if you're exercising or, learning and studying. So now let's go on to the next. Okay. So of course, I'm not going to take as much time on the word as we did with this one. I'm trying to give y'all the grasp of Salaki, I meant to go back to this of what of actually looking these words up and the process of it. So now you got ayun. Now you didn't get naya. you would have to learn the class to know what Naya even means. But I'll give it to us for time's sake. Naya at the end of a root word is used as I or I am. So like I said, I or I am. It's used as I or me. So this is saying not I. Not I. Ayun Naya. Wa ayun Naya. But not I. But not I. Okay? So why at the beginning of the root word was but. Why at the beginning of the root word it was used as but. Then you had ayun, and then you had naya. Naya at the end of the root word is used as I. It's used as I, of course, / me, I or me. But in this case, it's used as I and not I. And not I. Okay? So let's go into the English and let's see if that even matches. But I suffer not. But I suffer not. So you got but, you got I, and then you have not. Now you gotta just keep translating to see if you're gonna find the words suffer, woman, teach, in the rest of the verse. All right, so let's keep going. Okay. Hold on. Let me boom, where we at with it? All right, here we go. I gotta take it back to the Hebrew. All right, here we go. So now let's translate the second word, which was Nathan, which I know a few people know a brother named Nathan. All right. So Nathan, okay, Nathan. Now I was saying that joking, of course, right? But we're gonna look up the word Nathan. So we're gonna come here back to twoletterlookup.com, and this time we're gonna see if we can just type in the character na and the character tha. I gotta zoom out with twoletterlookup.com. They a little bougie. They ain't letting me have it my way, like Usher. All right. So now we're gonna look up Nathan, the character na, and then the character tha. So you got Nathak. You got a few different words here. You got Nathan right here. You got Nathan. Give. Nathan as in Nathan. So let's see. Let's type in Nathan. See if I can zoom in now. Hold on. Boom. Here we go. Nathan. To give, put, set. To give, bestow, grant, permit, ascribe. I got a few different words. Devote, consecrate. Hold on. Dedicate, pay wages, sell, exchange, lend. Occasion, produce, requite to, report, mention, utter, stretch, stretch out, extend, to put, to set upon, to appoint, to assign. Has a few different to be given, right? To be bestowed, be provided, be entrusted. I'm gonna keep on going down. Nathan got a few different usages. Let's look up the next Nathan. See what it says. To give, to allow. Hold on, y'all. We're getting somewhere now. Give, allow, to give, to pay. So this Nathan, the first definition, A, and 2, is to give, to allow. Right? Like I'm giving you the right to do this. I'm allowing you to do this in this context. So we got Nathan. So we got allow. Hold on. Now, let me share this. So if you've been in the school for a little bit, you might even if you haven't, you might understand. All you gotta do is Google what suffer is. You might have, if you've been in the school or you know a little bit about the Hebrew, you might understand that suffer is talking about allowing someone, or allowing someone to do something. That you suffering, you bearing with them, you allowing this to happen. So now you got allow, you got but I, not, and you also have suffer. You also have allow. So now let's go back to the Hebrew. Let's see what we have so far. So we got but I not allow. Wa ayan naya, but I not Nathan allow. But I not allow. That's what we found so far. So we making progress, right? And we got in the English, but I suffer. So I'm saying allow because that's what it said in the what you call it, but in the definition, but still it's suffer. It's the same thing. It's just a different word. But the meaning is the same in this context. And I not suffer. So like I said, and I, but not I suffer. But not I suffer. Now let's look up the word la asha. Okay. Now you already know about the beginning connector, so I'm not going to keep giving the same example that we have to look up. You know, I'm not going to keep fake looking up the word with the beginning connector at the beginning because we know that it's not a part of the word. All right, we got classes that teach the connectors. Okay, so we're gonna look up the word asha. Asha. Now everybody should know what this is. If you've been around for a little bit, you know you should know what the word asha is, but maybe you don't. So let's keep going. Let's zoom out here. Boom, here we go. So let's look up asha. So you got the character character sha. You got ash. Let's scroll down. Hold on, didn't mean to do that. Boom, here we go. Let's see if we can find. Here you go, right here. Asha. You got fire. You got burning. Asha, woman. Hey, this should be an obvious one to click on this because it's woman. Asha, and you probably already know what this is. All right. So we got the word asha, which is woman. We have asha. Oh, Salaki, y'all didn't even. I thought I switched it over. So we typed in the first two characters, and sha, and now we found asha right here. This word, and it was used as woman. We clicked on it. Woman, female, wife, female, each, every, and this is the female. All right. So now let's go back. So now we have, you know, if you know a little bit about the connectors, you should know that la, this thing is moving ridiculously. Okay, you should know that the character la at the beginning of a root word is used as to or unto. So now you should understand that this is saying to and then asha, woman. And so right now we got but I not suffer to a woman or to women, right? But I not suffer to women. So you got la, which is to. Then you have asha. Oh, Salaki, I didn't put Nathan up here. Let me put Nathan as well. Nathan was allowed, right? So you got asha, which is woman or women. Or in this case, you might as well say a woman. All right? Because we'll keep going. So now you got the next the next Hebrew word is la lamad. La lamad. Now we know that the character la is a beginning connector. So we know it's saying to or unto again. So we got to a woman, to lamad. Now we have to look up the word lamad. Now the reason why we didn't go into the blue letter and try to look these words up, because this is the New Testament. The New Testament was written in Greek. Therefore, we just using 2letterlookup.com. and we're going to try to find the word lamad. So the character la, the character ma, and I just like to type in the whole thing anyway. So this one didn't come up. Boom, hold on. Was it lamad or was it lamak? Let me see. Yep, this was lamad. It was lamad. All right, so we're going to keep on going. Oh, I'm sorry, I clicked the wrong one. So it didn't have lamad. So let me see. Let's just type in la and ma. I don't know why lamad didn't come up. And which is crazy. I typed in la and ma, and lamad came up first. But when I just typed it in, it didn't come up. All right, let's try. Let's just look at this and let's see. To go to teach. To go to teach. Let's see. Lamad, to learn, to teach, exercising. To learn, to teach, to be taught, to be trained. So we know that lamad is saying teach. We know that for sure. It's saying teach. It's saying to lamad, which is teach. To teach. To a woman, to teach. And really, yeah, it's really out there for the female pastors out there that's just so Holy Ghost filled. Like a woman, and just so y'all know, a woman can teach her children. She can break something down to another sister. You know what I mean? But she just can't have a congregation. She can't be a pastor, minister, or a sisters group. She's the head of some sisters group. You know what I mean? She can't do that. You know what I mean? Like that's not her job. She's not permitted. She's not Nathan. She's not allowed to do this. Go ahead.
If I could too, and God did not call you to be up on the podium teaching no man.
Absolutely. Because if your flower comes on, how are you going to teach anybody? You can't even come into school.
Right.
Class is over today, y'all. We just gonna have it next week. and you know, look at the suffering that brothers got to go through for teaching. Like the Lord, He's so merciful. He didn't put that on our sisters, man. So this word right here is wala'ah. Wala'ah. And la'ah, you know, if you've been around, you know la'ah is not. We're going to take 2 quick seconds and type this thing in just to prove that la'ah is used as not. Just for the or no or not, right? Just for the sake of teaching the class. La'ah, no, not. Okay, click on it. It's no, it's not. It's nothing without before, no and not. All right, we ain't got to, this one right here, we didn't have to, we ain't got to spend no time. It's 8:50 already. So, wala'ah and not. Why at the beginning of the root word was and, right? And then you have la'ah, which is not. Okay? Yeah, la'ah. And that word is not. So now let's see what we got so far. Okay, so we know that the scripture is saying, but I suffer not a woman to teach. Okay, so I believe we actually got this first part down pat. The first part of this verse, I believe we already translated, which is and not I allow or suffer to teach to a woman, right? To Salakia, to a woman to teach. That's the first part. So wala'ah is and nor or and not. And if we go on back to here, I'm pretty sure nor is somewhere in here for la'ah. No, not. Pretty sure it's nor is coming. It's gonna be somewhere in there. That's old quicker English anyway. Nor to do this. Now we still say it today. It just ain't, frequently used. All right. Nor to do this, right? Nor did I tell I don't really hear people say, nor did I tell you to do this. People say, and I ain't tell you to do that either. That's just today's time. Okay. So and not. Wala'ah is and nor. And nor, okay, N-O-R, and not slash nor, N-O-R. You can just safely say that that's what it means for time's sake. It's not a big deal. And nor, la at the beginning of the root word meaning to, ha, sha, tharar. Ha-sha-tharar. La at the beginning is to say to. Now we need ha you can say is the, right? The, to the, whatever, right? La, ha, and then sha, tharar, right? Sha, tharar. Let's look up sha, tharar. Let's get this in real quick. So let's go here. Let's type in sha, tha, and then see if we can fit ra. Well, since this came up already, let's just scroll down and see if we can find. All right, so we got shathar. Let's see if it's a shatharar. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can find laha shah tharar. Oh, damn, Shalakia. Shalakia. Let's see if we can find this. Let's try to get everything in here. Shah, tha, ra, ra. Okay. You got shathar. Now I forgot in Hebrew sometimes they put the extra character on it for the to make it. I forget what it was. It's sort of to change the It's like an emphasis, pretty much. To burst out, to break out, having one's secret parts. A star is shathar as well. Let's see if we can find. Let me see. Am I putting the word in? Let's see. I might look up tharar. Let's stick with what we found. Let's just do this. Let's stick with what we found. To burst out. Let's see. A star. For some reason, we just gonna use this. Let's say this is what we found. Let's just say we're gonna say we found breakout. All right, because all of them ain't gonna be right when you in the beginning. Anyway, you ain't gonna, you ain't gonna have everything right. And this is shathar. Now I was gonna look up tharar, but we're just gonna stick with this. We're gonna say this is what we came up with. All right, we're gonna act as a beginner. We're going to put breakout. All right. So we're going to put breakout. We're going to keep shathar. All right. Shalom. Lord Christ. All right. So to break out. Let's say this is what we had. Because there's no point in making the class too perfect when it's not going to be that way in reality. So I'll is another word that most of us know in the school. Yahweh Shamar, I'll, a thun by Hashem Yahweh Shah. I'll, let's type this word I'll in. Okay, character I and the character La. I'll is the top, the highest, above, over, upon, against. What do we say to the sisters? Yahweh Shamar, I'll Athah. Lord, watch over you. Okay, so I'll, above, over, against. Right now, let's take a look at the English and let's see if what we have is matching up. So we got, but I allow not a woman to teach, nor to break out. To break out, right? And then we got over. We see the word over is in the scripture. We see it's in there. We see it's right here, over. So we can use over. Over is in the scripture. All right. over. We didn't find usurp, but we found over. Right? So we use breakout for usurp. And then over. Now let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right. Ayo ha ayash. Ha ayash. For now, you should know that ha at the beginning of a root word, is saying the. And now we're going to look up the word ayash, which I'm pretty sure everybody, that's been in the school for a tad bit knows what ayash is used as. Okay, but we'll look it up anyway. Ayash, a man, an individual man, a man, a male person, perfect, a man. So now you got ayash. Al ha ayash. Over the ayash is a man. Right? And so lastly, I'm gonna put this up on the board, and y'all can just it's just for the purpose that we did it. I'll put it up on the board so y'all can see like what we came up with. All right, and what we looked up. Okay, so let's go back to now let's keep going. Oh, Salaki, hold on, y'all. Y'all didn't even see it. I thought I switched it. Maybe I did. So ayash is a man, and as an individual man, a male person, man, male, in contrast to a female, a husband is also ayash. We remember a few classes ago we went over that. Mankind, a champion, a great man, ayash. Okay, man. So now, what do we have in the English? We got, but I suffer not, or but I allow not a woman to teach, nor to break out over the man. Okay, over the man. That's what we translated so far. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We got a few minutes. We got 1 minute left. Kaya is for or because. We're going to look this up in the two-letter-lookup.com. The word kaya, type in ka and ya. A brand, a scar, a relative conjunction. Right? A crushing calamity. Oh, Salaki, not this one. A relative conjunction, a brand, a scar. That for, because, when. Remember, because, when, as though, because, that, when, yea, indeed, when of time, because, since, but, after a negative. Uh-oh. We just said a whole negative thing about what a sister can't do. And here they use kaya as but because it's used after a negative statement or phrase, right? So now we have, if we go back to the Hebrew and we zoom out, it said he don't allow, he says he suffer not, right? Allow not a woman to teach over, woman to teach, wala'ah, nor to break out over the man. So this was a negative statement. He doesn't allow this. Kaya, but, in this case is used as but. The next word that we have to look up is This word right here, Okay. Character and the character ma, So you got ama, which is mother, but we know it's not saying mother. That wasn't in the verse, was it? Let's take a look at the English. Mother wasn't in here. All right, so now let's go back. It says mother, whither. It says a mother, low, whither, if, although, oh, that, when not. Okay, and this is Is used as if, is one of the main usages. Is if. It says conditional clauses of possible situations, no, not. Now, if you see down here, it says but rather. One definition 1G. But oh damn, I highlighted the whole damn thing, yo. Definition 1G, but rather. But rather. If we go back to the scripture in the English, it says but to be in silence, because we translated everything else. But I allow not a woman to teach, nor to break out over the man, but. All right, and it's the same thing in the Hebrew. Hold on, here we go. And not I allow to a woman to teach, and not, or in this case it said nor, it says but not, or and not to break out over the man. So, and not I allow to a woman to teach, and not to break out over the man, but it says but right here, but rather ha charash, but rather, and then ha charash is whatever this word is. So let's look this word up real quick. Charash. So it said but, and then it said but rather. Okay. All right. So kaya was Salakia. Kaya was but, and then was but rather. And kaya went after the negative. Remember, it was but after a negative. I'll write that down too. Kaya in that content was but, and it was after a negative, right? And then is but rather, but it had a dash with it, meaning it's connected to another word, and that word was ha charash. That word is ha charash. We know that ha at the beginning of a root word is the, so we know that already. Now we just need charash. Now I'm gonna try to speed this up. It's 9:05. We at the last. We only got one word after this. So let's type in cha, and it's the same word, just so y'all know. Charash. Hold on. So lock it. That didn't work. Ra. Oh, hold on. Let me go up here. Here we go. Charasha. Charash. A piece of pottery, to scratch, to engrave, to plow. Magical craft, silence, cherish, forest. I mean to click that. Fabricator, mechanic, deaf fabricator of any material. So the word charash, we're gonna have to start. Let's go back and look at the English, and let's see what's the closest thing they trying to. Hold on, Dan. I didn't even show y'all what it was. I thought I shared this tag. Oh, I forgot. Look, it's right here. To be silent. Charash. Charash. This second one right here. To be silent. To be silent. Charash. To cut off, to plow, to be silent. Definition 2A1. Be silent. So it says, it was but rather, and then ha charash, be silent. So charash was be silent. Okay, so now let's go back to the Hebrew. All right, here we go. So but rather, ha charash, be silent. But rather to be silent Tha Charayash. Tha Charayash. Right? And this was to be silent. I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna put it on the board. Or rather to be silent, and then Tha Charayash. Tha at the beginning is a tense. It's the tense. It's like you got ha right here, right? It's matching. Remember, got a match. It's matching this ha over here that was used. And there was another ha used right here, right, which was the man. But it's used right here to match this one. Because this ha didn't have a actual meaning. Okay? It did have a meaning. It was a tense. It was used to show the specific tense to match whether it's in number, either in number or in gender, right? But it's the tense. Okay, so now you got Tha Charayash. So let's just look up Charayash. Let's see if we can find that word instead of trying, because we know it's the same word Karyash. Karash. It just has the ya in between it. So Cha Ra Ya Sha. Let's see if we can get. So nothing popped up here. So let's just keep. Wait, it should be down at the bottom. Here you go. Karayash, plowing its season. Its season. This is Karayash. Here we go. Plowing time, airing ground. I don't think that's what this is. This ain't the root word Karayash. That ya in the that's used here is a part of this tense. Tha at the beginning, ya in between the last two characters to say what? To be in silence. Let's see what the English is saying. Because technically the verse is actually done. So let's see what the English is saying. It says, but to be in silence. But to be silent. Okay, now I forget why they why in our culture that we put we use the word twice. It's like over here where they use the two characters, they added the character on. This is specific for something. It has a specific meaning. I can't remember what it is right now. And the same thing with this word karash and this word karayash. It's the same one. It's not the root word karayash. It's the changing of karash, but to be in silence. But rather to be silent, to be in silence. And I'm pretty sure that's what it's saying right here. So let's bring this around to the board. I'm gonna write this on the board so y'all can get it as the brother does the announcements. So first, before we get there, let's just see what we translated. We got wa'ayan naya, but not I, Nathan, allow or suffer, la asha, to a woman, la lamad, to teach, wala'a, and not, or nor, and nor, but we're going to stick with the main thing, and not, la ha shatharar, to break out, ayo ha ayash, over the man, kaya, but, hakarash, but rather to be silent, to be in silence. This is probably the future tense, because that's what it's saying. Now I'm gonna read it straight from the Hebrew. And not I suffer to a woman to teach, and not to break out over the man, but rather to be silent, to be in silence. That's what we translated. After all that hard work, that's what we had. And it took us, 40 minutes to do it, but it's done. Okay? Now let's compare it to what the English says. Now remember, everything that we chose from the Hebrew wasn't correct. Remember, like I used to break out, okay, where it said usurp authority. But I did that because you gotta show some actual beginner steps. Like you ain't gonna have it all together. And that's why if y'all may not know this, but I didn't prepare the class. Because the mindset is to do it from the mindset of somebody who don't know anything, who has to build up the experience of searching these words. All right, so this is what we have in English. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. In Hebrew, we got, and not I suffer to the woman to teach, and not to break out over the man, but rather to be silent, to be silent, to be in silence. Pretty much the same thing. All right. That being said, y'all, I'm gonna write this up on a board so y'all can have it. I think we're pretty good right now, but I'm gonna write it on the board anyway, just so y'all can see what we came up with. With that being said, Anya Kwatazian Mara, Warka, Kayahayawam. Okay, Anya Iwabarakatha, Al Lakahan Wakwatazian, Kwatazakarab, Wada Shalom. Right? What I just said was I'm Officer Mariah, teacher for the day. I'm passing the class over to Priest and Officer Kwatazakarab. Thank you. Peace. All right. I'm gonna spin this around to the board. Okay.